This recording will be one to just kind of guide you through the resources available and some of the tips and tricks to get started focusing on eBay with your business. Okay. And what I want to do is go through the email, and for you know, the one that you have should be pretty close to this. I have a template here that I use, and then I adjust it now and then depending on what we're focusing on, where we're starting, and you know, different strategies there. But it'd be similar to this. So. And then we'll talk about the webinars and eBay a little bit, so cover a little bit of all that. So first, if we're starting on eBay, then we're going to start by listing your first item. And so this video right here is going to go through, it's about, I think, a 19 or 20-minute video that will show you how to do an effective listing on eBay. Okay. Now this video starts by showing you how to do a dropship model using retail suppliers. That's because most of the time when you're starting, you don't have a business set up yet, which wholesalers will require, and you don't have the wholesale connections, and so we've got to start somewhere. This way, if you don't have a few items around the house to list on eBay, you've got something to list using this number 2, products to sell. Okay, and so I'm giving you a list of products that you can start with. This is by no means a comprehensive list. This is just so that you don't have to think too hard to get started. You'll have something to begin with. But ultimately, one of the most valuable things I can teach you is to be independent, and not dependent on me, but learn how to think for yourself. So don't limit yourself to this. It's a starting point, great, but gosh, anything's an option out there. Any website will ship anywhere you want them to. Okay? So you're really only limited by your imagination. Be willing to get out there, grow, build it, work it, and look for the answer. So, so we've got the instructions on how to list. We've got the products to start, so you have something to start with, but remember to go beyond that. I have a little warning here about avoiding popular electronics, jewelry, drones, cell phones, that kind of stuff, because that's going to draw in every fraudster out there to try and take advantage of you, because they'll see that you're new and that you're listing something like this. They'll assume you don't know what you're doing, and they'll try to take advantage of you. So just avoid it by not listing the most popular items. Most of the time, those are the most competitive anyway. Okay. Next is, once you do list your first item, forward that to me, to this email address, so that I have a copy of that. I can review it and get back to you, give you some feedback, but also so that I can make note of your eBay user ID, and then I can go in and look at what you've got listed in the future and be able to give you feedback on our other calls. Okay. So, but notice number 4. Do not wait for my response. Continue listing. Don't wait at any time. Work the business. Get started and keep moving. Never stop listing. I want you to be able to build a real business here and to make some income, and that is not going to happen fast or easy, and it's not going to happen with just 1 or 2 listings. Ultimately, if we want this to be a business, we've got to get hundreds, if not thousands, of listings up there on eBay. Okay? Sellers who make a lot of money on eBay, that's what they're doing. They're selling thousands and thousands of items. And so you need to build those listings up. Don't slow down. All right, number 5 has the link to your training website. There's a little video there that explains it, and then your email will have, in sub number 2 here, will have your login to the website. And then I don't always keep this part in here, but if needed, there are computer basics webinars on the site. Now right here, I just want to bounce over to that website. This is what it looks like. On the training website, you'll see 2 main areas of education. You've got the webinars by topic, which is our recorded webinars, and then you've got the webinars this week. And so in the webinars this week, these are scheduled webinars at these scheduled times. So these are Mountain Times, Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. So if you're in Pacific Time, like California, then that's going to be 4:30. If you're Central Time, it's going to be 6:30, and so on. But to take part in these, and if you're starting with eBay, I would say that's the only one you want to do is the eBay webinar. The rest of those will be related to websites generally, and you don't want to get into information there that you're not ready for. But these topics will all repeat, so you'll always have access to all of them. But basically, you would come in and click on the link, the blue link there, of any of these, and register for the webinar. So you'll put in your name, first name, last name, and email address, and then register. And you've got to do that ahead of time. And then once you've registered, then you will come back at the scheduled time, click on the link, and it'll take you right into the meeting, and so that you can take part in those live. So those are available. That's a great resource. But if you can't tune into those live at that schedule, you do have the same topics over here as recordings that you can tune into. I would encourage you to do the live ones as much as possible and interact and comment and ask questions on those webinars, because it really helps us do the best we can with coaching as well. So notice in the webinars by topic, we have the Choose a Topic section. So we have all these different areas of topics that will take you directly to some of the those parts of the content or the curriculum. And then at the bottom of each of these sections, you'll have this back to top link to take you back up to the top. So a lot of information there. You will always have access to this. Do not rush through it. Take it just a little bit at a time. Okay, go through what is most pertinent and what is needed. As you're watching these webinars, this one, for example, eBay, your first listing, as you're going through it, pause it. Start the webinar, so you might go in like this and click on it, and that'll bring you to this page. You click to play, but you've got a pause button right down here. So you can play part of it. You can get to where he starts explaining some steps, and then as soon as he gives you that step, pause it. Come down here and click the pause button and go do what's being taught. And then come back to it and unclick the pause or click play again. Okay. So that's the training website. I've got a webinar here that talks, right here, number 5, that talks about that a bit as well. We talk in my notes here. I've got a little bit about the eBay seller limits. I think we have something in here that might talk about that. PayPal money holds. So that's one that that mentions that, is that PayPal money holds, how to collect your money faster. Dropbox is a good thing to set up if you're going to take any of your own pictures. So if you do have your own items that you want to list, and if you're going to list a lot of them, then I would suggest using Dropbox. If you're just going to do 1 or 2 for practice to get started, don't worry about it. But it is helpful for uploading images. Then we've got a section here that gives you a little bit about me. I'm not going to talk a lot about that here, but there's a video that I did, some links to some of my websites. This is the one, ViperSharp, that is my own product that I developed, started in late 2014. Now, as I'm doing this video, it's 2016. It's been over 2 years since I conceived the idea, and now it's going to market full bore, and it's taken a lot of my time. Been fun. I've learned a lot. It's been fantastic, and it is already showing some great success. So it's been very enjoyable. And then some of my other websites there. Some business setup notes. It is important to set up a business. However, note this, you do not have to register a business in order to start selling on eBay. Don't delay getting started for any reason. Get going and get out there and do it. My schedule, currently Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are the days I work. Mondays and Fridays I work on my ViperSharp knife sharpener product. And then remember, you've got the support staff. If you need any help while I'm not in, you can call in to this number, and they'll have a coach call you back. During these days, these long days that I have, I will answer emails very quickly. So that's the best way to get questions to me. Okay. So I have the webinar there on eBay that will guide you through getting started on eBay. With Dropship, we start by teaching you how to use retailers, and you can really use any retail store, Home Depot, Lowe's, Overstock.com, Amazon.com. I mean, anywhere you can find a great deal, you can list those products on eBay, and they'll ship them anywhere you want them to go within the country generally. So great way to get things started and to begin the process. Of course, it's always a good idea to start with some small insignificant item from around the house or yard or something like that to learn your first time that you're listing if you're brand new to it, so that you're not worried about making costly mistakes, but then know that you've got other products here that you can work with. There's a lot more taught in this webinar here on getting started on eBay, more than just listing, so make sure you take advantage of everything there and come back and review that webinar 2 or 3 times a week over the next few weeks so that you're getting that good information to help guide you as you get started. The last thing that I want to mention is while we are starting you with retailers and teaching you how to use that as a drop ship, understand that the long-term goal is once you get your business set up, we do want to introduce you to wholesalers and help you get those accounts set up and work with wholesale suppliers so you will have a wholesale price. So this is a starting point. Build that up, do the best you can with that, grow to the next level and the next level and the next level on. That's how business works. You need to take the first steps, do it the best you can, and then let it grow and work it to make it grow. So let's jump in and get things started.